room and drinking my water and watching my shows. And I get that time that I need, but months on end, it's a bit of a different story.
So, okay, you got together presumably on Zoom. You're all in different parts of the world. And what was the conversation that was had that led to this album?
This conversation sort of came out of there was a watch party that was put together on YouTube, and that was sort of a highlights of some of the footage that we had over the years, and that led to a conversation of, you know what, why don't we go further into this and figure out a full album and an accompanying concert DVD.
And how do you begin to choose the performances from the particular venues? Is it the ones that immediately come into memory, or you have to go over and over and over footage?
Yeah, there were a few that we could remember off the top of our heads. I think "Who Wants to Live Forever" at Isle of Wight was one that we knew right away that we wanted to use because it was just a very poignant evening. And other than that, we actually had our audiovisual guys that are with us on the road. They sort of helped narrow down a selection for us. We told them which songs we were looking for. They gave us some choices of what they felt like was good footage and good audio. And we employed the democratic process. We got on email and we sort of compared notes and picked the ones we wanted. Roger and Brian's votes count for more than mine, and that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, fine. You've come to terms with that over the years. Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%, no problems whatsoever. I'm just happy to be heard from time to time.
Yeah,
and that's what's great is that it really is it does feel like a collaborative effort, and it's a really wonderful situation that we're in.
It must be quite interesting to have a conversation about people's different perceptions of what a night was like, because you're all experiencing it in different ways, aren't you?
Absolutely. And we're all listening, first and foremost to our individual parts that we contribute. I'm picking apart the vocal always, and I'm always a bit hard on myself. Brian is very careful with the guitar work, obviously, and Roger with the drums. So, we have our biases, but I think with this selection, one of the criteria was, let's pick the performance that best captures sort of the magic of the live experience. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it just has to have a vibe.
And what is that vibe? I mean, is that a vibe purely about how you guys interacted on stage that night? Is it about the crowd reaction? Is it about the lighting, the set? What is it?
It's kind of all of it. It's hard to put your finger on it. You just kind of know when you know. Like, you listen to 3 performances and you're like, I like that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think when you start to overanalyze it, that's when you actually don't have a good instinct. It's about trusting just that impression.
I mentioned that, if this album stays at number 1, as we all hope it does, then it will be the first time in 25 years that the Queen has had a number 1 album. Are you guys?
That's wild.
All right. Were any of you guys aware of that?
We've been keenly aware of it this week. That once it was pointed out, everyone went, "Oh."
And what will that mean if it's number 1 still as we can? How are you guys going to get together and celebrate? You're obviously not going to get together in person, but how are you going to celebrate?
Well, we did get together in person last week. I'm actually here in London right now, so we and I got tested and then isolated for a few days, so everything was safe. And we got together to do sort of a live Q&A and some promotional video and stuff for this album. And it was great to see them because it has been since February that we've seen each other.
Superb. Look, Adam, thank you very much indeed for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Good to speak to you. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
That's Adam Lambert there. So Queen plus Adam Lambert. The album is out now. It's called Live Around the World. So if you are missing your live gigs and you want to just hear some live music, you're a huge Queen fan, then yep, that's for you. But then again, if you're a huge Queen fan, you probably already know that the album is out and you probably have a copy of it. But if you're just a pedestrian Queen fan, now you know, and you have no excuse. Okay, it's 3:15. It's feared that people could die this winter if homeless accommodation can't be found, which